It's been a staple of life in Van Buren County, Iowa since 1985, and with every business it continues to grow and expand and just get better all the time. Welcome to another edition of the Backroads Channel with Mark and Rich. And Rich, we're talking about the Dutchman store in
Yes.
Cantril, Iowa.
And we're walking here right now in front of the new one.
And you know, I watched that building being built over the course of the last 2 or 3 years, and you look at it and you just wonder, what in the world is this going to be like? And a lot of people that are so used to having Dutchman's downtown Iowa with the old boardwalk and that real old-time general store feel, a lot of folks thought, well, we're going to lose some of that. But I don't know. As we take a tour through it, it just really seems very homey. It's larger, sure it is.
Yeah.
More space, they really needed that, and that's a good thing. I'm impressed with the new facility.
Well, you know, the thing is, with their old store was so crowded, it overgrown itself. So he needed this larger store.
Yeah, just to give a little background, this has been here. Really, Dutchman's has not been there that long when you think in terms of old-time country stores. It started in November of 1985 when Claire and Virginia Zimmerman, along with their young family, bought an old storefront on Main Street and then moved their small store, which was then Jordan's Country Market, to Cantril from Mount Sterling, Iowa, and they renamed it Dutchman's Store. Why do you suppose they named it Dutchman's Store?
Probably because they're from the Pennsylvania area, right?
Yeah, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and they speak a dialect called
Pennsylvania
Dutch. That's correct.
Yeah.
And so they found it only fitting that they name it Dutchman's Store.
Sure.
And of course, it's a family business. Their sons Wilmer and Kevin came into ownership with them. Their son Kenneth also joined the business. And it really is neat to see family businesses come together and really thrive in a community.
And this area definitely needed it. I mean,
Oh, it really did.
and this draws people from all over the tri-state area.
How many different license plates do you think you see in that parking lot every time you go?
Oh, man.
You always see Iowa, Missouri, and Illinois. Okay, that's just a given. Any day you're going to see those three states. But I've also been where I've seen other states, from clear out west to clear out east and all points in between.
Actually, I seen one at one time that said Alaska on it.
Probably.
So, and you know, also they ship too.
They do, and they have a website, and yeah, we'll tell you all about that as we get going. But they've got a really good business going. They have had for a long time, and it's a simple business model.
Absolutely.
Treat people right, keep prices affordable, and people
very
will keep
affordable.
coming back.
Very affordable.
I was surprised as I looked through, some of the items as we go down through the aisles, and we'll show you all that too. And you think a place like this, oh man, prices are going to be sky high. And look, let's just be honest, in this day and age, prices are high. They're high everywhere.
Sure.
But in terms of what our economy is, Dutchman's Store is really making a concerted effort to keep things as affordable as possible.
Of course, I like this aisle the most, the candy aisle.
I like that John Deere bench that's there. That's kind of cool too.
Well, and the thing
And look
is
at the
too,
wagons and everything they've got in there. It's just neat.
well, and the thing is, he has such a broad spectrum of stuff for everyone. I mean, from young and old. But
Yeah, if you think this is just an overgrown grocery store, oh, think again.
Oh, yeah. It's more than that.
It's way, way more than that.
I mean, he does supply local stuff too. Like, look, he has Missouri pecans there, comes from the state. He tries to keep things as close to home as possible. I mean, he has stuff. I mean, the stuff that he offers, you don't even really have to go anywhere else. I mean, he has everything there.
Yeah, that could just be literally a one-stop shopping experience for what you need. Let's go through some of the things that they've got in there. They've got a lot of different departments in there. Now, this is one that's not real important to me because I don't do this. Maybe one of these days we'll have to learn. Sewing supplies. They've got all kinds of fabrics and everything you need if you're into sewing and all that sort of thing. And again, maybe one of these days we may have to learn some of the old ways.
Sure.
You never know.
I mean, they've got everything like for your, like when you make all your stuff at home, baking. I mean, it's amazing all the variety that he has packed under this roof.
Well, take their clothing department for one. You name it, it's there. They sell a ton of footwear and name brands that any other main stores would carry.
Oh yes,
It's
absolutely.
really good quality things. Gift items, hey, if you need a birthday, anniversary, Christmas, whatever, there is just a ton of stuff in there.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, there's something for everyone in there, no matter what it is. And
Yeah.
and if you're looking like for grilling ideas, or you're looking for something small that you want to give somebody for Christmas or a birthday or something, they have it. I mean, they fit the need. And let's just say you're needing something for baking or something of that nature. More likely, you're going to find it there.
They've got, like baking goods, they've got more things in there for baking that I even knew were in existence. I wouldn't know what to do with most of it anyway. I mean, I'm pretty simple and basic, but for people that love to bake, or people that maybe do baking as a side business or something,
Sure.
everything you need will be in there.
I mean, we're looking at cookie cutters right now. I mean, look how many cookie cutters you see right there. I mean, isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's, again, I didn't know they made that many of them.
Yeah. I mean, just totally off.
Now, if you're one that you like to make your own beef jerky, which I do, they've got dehydrators in there. They have meat cutters in there, grinders.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, these are things that you'd find like at Bass Pro Shops or Outdoor World, or a place like that. Ice cream freezers.
Oh, yeah.
They have got an ice cream freezer in there. You have got to see to believe. This thing would feed a small town. It is just gargantuan. And of course, they start from small and then work their way all the way up.
Sure.
So many of those appliances, canners. If you're into canning, they have canners, different sizes and varieties. All your canning supplies are there. Gardening, the list just goes on and on.
No, just to show you some of it, folks, we're going to move into the next room over here. Now, I mean, we've looked at the kitchenwares right here. I mean, you're seeing just in the kitchenwares, it's pretty good size. But wait till you come in here. I mean, they've got the old, stone crocks.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you find those? I mean, amazing. Look at that. I mean,
In different sizes.
exactly.
Whatever you want to do with them.
I mean, it's there.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of people like to pickle and stuff like that.
Well, see, that one has a spigot on it, so it's probably for drinking purposes.
But they've got the old crock bowls for mixing, and the beautiful assortment of clocks. I mean, he's got some that make beautiful chimes. I mean, unreal.
And speaking of chimes, I don't know whether you'll see them here or not, but they also sell wind chimes in a lot of different sizes, from the ultra small clear up to some really large ones, and they are beautiful.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some of the clocks that he has, I've listened to them, they are gorgeous.
Oh, they are.
I mean, everything from home accessories that you need, no matter what it is, folks, you're going to find it under this roof. I mean, it's there. And if you don't find it, you ask Claire or one of the other ones, they'll help you find it. I mean, just look at this.
Yeah, and really, if time is a factor for you and you want something, just go in and ask, because it could take you half the day to go through the whole store to try to find it on your own.
Well, yeah.
And I will say this too, that if you want to come in and just peruse the store, do allow 2 or 3 hours at least, because it will take you that long. Well, when we were in there shooting video footage, I think I was in there about an hour.
Right.
And that was just to walk on the one side of the building that I was shooting the video from.
Well, and two, there is such a wide open space in there that you're not crowded like the old store was. Everything was pushed in. I mean, the aisles are wider now, so you could get down through them very easily.
But look at all the space. It doesn't have that warehouse feel, though.
No.
I think a lot of people were afraid that was going to be the case. And it just isn't. It's still very homey, but on a larger scale.
Exactly. And I mean, as you can see here, look at the little gift ideas and stuff that you're seeing. I mean, and of course, your wagons again. Look at that. Those are really nice wagons for the kids.
Well, and you buy one of those wagons once, it lasts a lifetime.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, And it's amazing how he's went since 1985 to what he's accomplished today. I mean, it's really.
Well, that's what I was saying back at the beginning. 1985, that's not that many years back
No.
from the first store that he opened to where he is today. Really, in that short amount of time, they've come a really long way.
And speaking of that, look at the fabric, the sewing department. I mean, the beautiful quality of looking fabric. Look at that. And if you're into quilting or making your own clothes, they have the fabric for you. I mean, it's amazing that you see all of this under one store. I mean,
there really is hardly anywhere else you would have to shop.
no. I mean, to go find this amount of selection, you would have to go to some of the bigger cities.
You
to
would.
See it. Even then, I would question whether they would even have some of this. I mean, look at on the thread. It's remarkable, the quality. And he also has blankets here too that are absolutely beautiful too. And like I said about quilting, I mean, there's the padding. I mean, everything you need to make quilts is here. There's patterns for making dresses, making your own clothes. I mean, look at this.
Well, I remember back in the days, my mother-in-law, she would go to Dutchman's, buy the fabric. She made blue jeans.
Mm-hmm.
She made button-down the front collared shirts. She made a variety of clothes for my family and for my brother-in-law and his family.
Sure.
And they were great. In fact, I still have one of the shirts hanging in my closet today.
And see, and that's what you're talking about. I mean, the quality is there. I mean, the fabric that you're seeing here and all the accessories that go along with it, I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, what we're showing you here, folks, is just a sampling of what this store has to offer. And you're right, a good couple hours is what you would need.
At least.
Yeah.
At least.
I mean,
again, I was just walking the aisles on my side of the store when we were shooting the video for this, and I was in there an hour and not even taking time to really look anything over. There's just that much in there.
Mm-hmm. And we might add, too, he does shipping, too. So
he does. So if you want to get online, you can do that and place your order, and they'll ship it out to you.
Yeah, matter of fact, if you go to their website, it's thedutchmanstore.com, and you look, there's a link there. You can click on it, and they do shipping. And speaking of the shoes, look at this.
Yeah, shoes and boots.
Yes.
All name brand that everybody would recognize.
Yes. And very nice quality, too. Selection of shoes. I mean, look at this. Everything from young and old and practical use. And they've got some for, like, dress shoes, like you see here, all the way up to farm boots, muck boots, stuff to get out in the mud.
Depending on the time of the year, snow boots. We don't
say
like
that
to talk
word.
about that, but they've got them there. Jackets, from sweatshirts to coats to gloves, hats, mittens, scarves. It's all there.
I mean, just filming this, as you can see, look at the rows of shoes. Look at this.
Well, an aisle after aisle after aisle.
And of course, then we've got the coveralls.
Insulated coveralls and insulated overalls, you bet.
And work boots. There's some lace-up work boots for you. And of course, there's the real nice coveralls, the bibs. I mean, high quality. I believe they're Carhartt. They've got Carhartt there too.
I've actually got a couple of pair that I bought at Dutchman's. Oh, it's been a few years ago. Fortunately, I don't have to wear them much because winters haven't been all that bad. But I'll tell you what, it's nice to have them in your vehicle, let's say, if you're traveling in wintertime weather.
Yes. And it's there for you. I
mean, there are the boots for the mud and the snow.
I mean, and the quality is there. I mean, every size, they've got different sizes. So
correct.
And they also now have places you can try them on.
Uh-huh.
They got fitting rooms. I mean, look at the vest. I mean, beautiful looking vest. I mean, and lined vest too. The ones for winter. It's got the the wool lined.
Oh yeah, you'll definitely stay warm.
Yes. And I was looking at those red jackets with the plaid. You don't see those much anymore.
Not a lot.
There they are.
Not a lot.
And I mean, it's just the quality that you see here, the variety is all under one roof.
It is.
And this is what you're going to find. And look how beautiful the lit up store is. It gives you a nice bright, so everything is lit up perfectly for viewing. I mean,
And you notice they have those wagons strategically located throughout the store. Now they're for sale.
yes.
I don't know what they say if you actually tried to load one up and pull it up to the cash register or not. Maybe I'll try that one of these days.
We had to take a picture of this, the oversized jeans hanging from the ceiling. Paul Bunyan was here.
Indeed he was.
So,
But they've got clothes in a lot of different sizes.
oh yes.
So yeah, it'd fit pretty much anyone.
And he's got a wide selection of jeans. I mean, there's your gloves that you was talking about and your mittens.
And depending on what I'm doing, you know, I wear bib overalls from time to time. If I'm going to be out working or doing things around the house and whatnot, they're just so incredibly comfortable.
Yes.
And the line that he sells in bib overalls, believe it or not, they're USA made.
Right. And now also too, he has sporting goods here too. So if you're a hunter, fisherman, of that sense, it's there for you. He's got the orange stuff for you. As you can see, the deer hunting supplies. I mean, there it is, all under one roof. So you hunters out there, there you go.
And that's perfect because look where we are. Southeast Iowa is a hunter's paradise.
Yes. And there's the rooms you can change in and make sure they fit. And of course, then you go into your other sports too. You know, you got soccer and you got football.
But you know one sport that's really, really big here, especially in the Mennonite community? Frisbee golf.
And as you see, when we turn the corner up here, they have a whole wall of nothing but the Frisbees for that.
They do.
And
But look at the coolers and the mugs and everything. They never carried all that before.
no. I mean, look at this. And even fishing poles and everything to get you started. I mean, it's all under this roof, folks. It's why go anywhere else?
You know, when we knew they were going to build this new facility, and then as we watched it going up over the last couple of years or so, there was a lot of speculation as to, okay, with all this room, what are some of the new products that he's going to be carrying now? Yeah, look at all the Frisbee discs.
Yeah.
And who knew there were that many different ones? But they've got different discs, just like a golf club.
Yep.
Each one does something different. It's really, really cool. But back to what I was saying, we wondered, with all this space now, what new lines of merchandise that he would carry, and we're seeing a lot of it right here.
He's actually added more merchandise than his old store.
Oh, way more. But he's got the room for it now.
I mean, he has the greeting cards for birthdays and anniversaries and all that. But one thing I want to show you this, you got to see this. This is very unique. This pedal tractor. You've got to see this. This is totally amazing to me. I mean, it's an anniversary tractor, but look at this. Case IH pedal tractor.
It's all metal, I bet.
Yeah, what little kid wouldn't love that, to have that?
But you know those metal tractors like that, you buy that and hang on to it, that thing will just appreciate in value.
Oh, yes.
My folks bought me an old John Deere metal pedal tractor like that. This has been, 55 years ago, maybe? That's bad.
I think I blew mine up.
Dad actually had that repainted and restored, though, and I don't know how, we still get offers on that thing to sell it. Of course, we never will because it's a sentimental thing, but yeah, they just hold their value and people want them. Yeah. It's a plastic world today, so you go to buy those at any store and it's plastic. These are not.
No. And then here, we're in the toy aisle, and they also have games too. I mean, board games. But when you was talking about that, my tractor actually had a mishap.
You blew it up, didn't you?
Yes, I did, but it was an accident.
You just love, yeah, it was an accident.
It just
this
happened.
From the man that likes to blow things up.
Well, it was one of those deals that it was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, but
on purpose?
yes.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know parts could fly like that.
They can, you bet.
But,
yeah, look at all the games.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some unique games and
You'd
stuff.
never be bored of an evening.
Oh, no. I mean,
that's the thing. Go to Dutchman's, get a couple of these games, take them home, turn the TV off, put your devices down. Those are puzzles, I would imagine.
Yes, absolutely.
Put a puzzle together as a family. Play a board game as a family. That's what they used to do way back in the day.
I mean,
It was a good way.
Reinvent it. Oh, well, I love that game. Apples to
Oh,
apples.
sure.
Oh, that's funny.
Sure.
I mean, look at this. I mean, just
You remember some of those board games we used to play that it would go on forever.
Oh, yes.
You get a good game of Monopoly or Payday or something like that going
Uno.
on. It'd be
Uno.
several hours.
Oh, yes. We played Uno for hours.
Oh, I know. I haven't played any of those games in a long, long time.
So, I mean, this is just one section you've just witnessed in this store. Now, as we head over here, we're going to head into the grocery aisle. Now, this, folks, is unreal. The supply that he has, the variety.
Well, the produce section alone is probably 10 times what they had before.
Yes. I mean, look at this. Look at the beautiful tomatoes there. I mean, and then look what he also has on here. I mean, the selection.
Look at the apple cider up on top,
Oh,
though.
yes.
Oh, boy.
Fresh squeezed apple cider.
Just so good.
And like I said, his prices are very, very reasonable.
And who knew there were that many varieties of apples?
Right. But
There are a lot of them, and they've got them there.
and I mean, the bags of potatoes are really reasonable. I mean, but they also sell spices too that are sealed in their own, like they package them.
And they're in
smaller
an
quantities.
aisle all their own, and
Oh,
they
yes.
take a whole aisle.
As you look right there, that's
Yeah.
all spices right there. I mean, everything imaginable in spices that you could want, it's there. I mean, just look at that aisle. And then, of course, they've got their jarred sauces and pickles
Jellies,
and jellies.
jams, yeah.
I mean, what you're seeing, folks, this is just, we're only going to show you some of it. To experience this for yourself, you need to come here. and
If
see
we were
this.
going to go in there with video cameras and shoot everything from stem to stern up close, we'd be there all day and
Oh,
then
yeah.
some.
I mean, we highlighted just some of the folks that you could see, but as you can see inside the store, it's well lit. The aisles are extra wide, so no more bumping into people. If you was at the old store, you knew how crowded it was.
Well, you were telling me that you were there not too terribly long ago. I think it was a Saturday.
Oh yeah.
And it was pretty much wall-to-wall people then that day, wasn't it?
Oh, there must have been, and I'm not over-exaggerating this, probably around 300 to 400 people there.
So could you still get through the aisles and navigate fairly easily?
Actually you could, but to find a shopping cart was a difficult task.
That's where you grab a wagon and fill it up.
Yes. But the thing was, I mean, it wasn't what you called like, yeah, if you'd have put that many people in the old store, they
Oh, forget it.
You'd
It
have
would
blown out the
yeah,
rafters.
it would have never happened.
I mean, yeah. But as you can see, the aisles are a lot wider here. I mean, there's some of their back bulk goods that they've packaged down to smaller.
Yeah, pastas.
I mean, and then also they've got their larger stuff too, where you can buy sugar and flour in bulk and all that right here. I mean, look at this. I mean, number 10 cans.
yeah,
But then also their meat selection.
which is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just look at those freezers all the way down, how far they go.
Look at that. All the way down there. That's just the middle row of freezer section. I mean, when have you seen Jimmy Dean sausage at $1.99 a pound?
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
For a package, yes. And then, of course, in their other freezer sections up there, too, they have all kinds of potatoes. But look at this. Look at the meat section.
And I don't know if I took a good shot of this or not, but you've heard of flat iron steaks?
Mm-hmm.
They've got individual packages of flat iron steaks in one of those freezers. They're like $2 and something for the steak.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And if you
I could
look-
actually afford to eat a steak.
And here you're also getting commercial stuff too, and it's relatively, really reasonably priced too. I mean, French fries in the commercial bags. I mean, unbelievable.
I was at a restaurant here a few days ago. I won't mention the name of the restaurant, of course, but they were talking about that, and I overheard somebody say that, yeah, let's go to Dutchman's because we can buy our French fries for half the cost of what our other sources are pricing them out to us as.
Yeah, and this
So-
is all commercial size stuff, but look at this bacon. I mean, the price of bacon.
Look at the size of the packages of the bacon.
Oh yeah, and he has a various brand names too.
And buy it in the box.
Yes.
You wouldn't need to buy bacon for a month at that point.
Oh no.
That is if you eat it like I like to eat it.
I mean, I don't eat that much bacon.
Oh man, you see some of those packages there. I could fry up one of those packages and eat the whole package.
Now here's a kid's delight: hot dogs.
Armor hot dogs. What kind of kids eat Armor hot dogs?
All right, we'll leave that one alone, folks.
How far back does that go?
We'll leave that one alone.
That one goes back even further than Dutchman's.
Isn't that the one where you wish you were an Oscar Mayer wiener?
That's another one.
Okay, I'll leave that one alone too.
Oh, I wish I were an Oscar
No, we
Mayer
got it
wiener.
started. Okay, speaking of
That
cheese,
is what I truly want to be.
a little cheesy here. No, but as you
I'm going to
can-
be humming that thing the rest of the day, Rich. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. But look at this, the pizzas. I mean, look at the sizes of some of them. But also too, I mean, the bulk items will save you tons of money. If you got freezers, this is the where to go.
It'd actually be worth it to you to probably go buy a large deep freeze if you have the room for it.
Yes.
And just stock up.
I mean, they're the ground beef and the tubes. And when we were there that day, it was $2.99 a pound for 80 tins.
And go get one of those
80,
great
80,
big
20,
tubes
excuse me.
and get some freezer bags, and you can divide them into 1 pound packages yourself, and then just pull out what you want to use when you want to use it.
Yeah. Oh, the ice cream. Oh, yeah. There you go.
And they have a lot of it.
In the breakfast aisle, too.
And speaking of ice cream, if you don't want to wait, they have an ice cream freezer right up front. Make yourself a cup or a cone.
For 75 cents for a cup.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, where are you going to get that
Yeah.
these days?
And they had, like, they change the flavors every so often. But, yeah, I mean, it's really good. I mean, look at the freezer space. I mean, just look at this. I mean, there's your ribs. And also you got your loins and chicken. And like you said, this is all there laid out for you. And the prices, look at it, clearly marked.
I got to tell you, you go down aisles like that and you're looking at bulk meat items like this. This is where your eyes really do get bigger than your stomach, because you really want to stock up on the meat. You really, it's really hard to not just load your cart full of it. You know, good intentions.
Sure.
Go home, we'll package it out and all that good stuff there. But oh boy, there's just so much.
But look at their deli selection too.
Well, they have whole hams in there.
Yes. And they'll slice it to your desired
They'll slice
thickness.
it or go get a great big ham and go home and roast it. You can do that too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so good.
And they also have sandwiches they make there for you too.
And they are very, very good.
And they'll make it any way you want it. And they also have pizzas too.
They do.
So, but look at that. I mean, the deli selection alone is huge, what they have there.
Yeah, what they have there is easily twice the size of what they had before.
Now, their bakery items. They put fresh bread, pies, cinnamon rolls, cookies out. I mean, and it goes fast. I mean, it really does.
And the cinnamon rolls, oh my goodness.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So good.
I mean, as you can tell, I mean, their bakery items are fresh, and they're there for you. I mean, just amazing what you can find in this store, folks. Just look at it. The cakes, the pies.
But you'll probably want to come fairly early because, you know, you see some bare space on those shelves. They go fast.
Yes, they do, and it moves quick. So as you're seeing, folks, there's the part where you can order your sandwiches. And again, there's the fresh baked bread, homemade bread right there.
So good. Now, this was what really surprised me as we come up. I knew there was going to be a little bit of a sitting area for you to be
Yes.
able to sit down, enjoy a sandwich and all. Look at the size of that.
Yes, and I mean, look at the beauty.
There
of
are
it.
some restaurants that don't have seating capacity like
Oh.
that.
But look at the beauty of it.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Oh yeah, kind of like a backwoods lodge.
It is.
kind of look.
Very much so.
But amazing to me is the fireplace. It has a fireplace in it,
It does.
and it's got that warmth feeling to it. I mean, you can sit down and eat your pizza or your sandwiches there, or just sit down and have a cup of coffee or soda, and enjoy yourself there.
You know, you've really got to give it to the Zimmerman family. They thought this out well
Yes,
when
they
they
did.
designed this.
Yes, they did, and they did a very, very good job of it. So, And then one thing, that picture, I'm looking at this picture, is the famous round barn.
I've been in that barn. There's quite a
The
history
Wickfield?
behind it. Yep.
Yep. And that is
Yep.
a very famous barn.
That pavilion.
In southeast Iowa.
It is really, really cool.
They had auctions there.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and the barn.
Well, they actually had living quarters in the barn.
Yes. And this is a mock-up of what you
Uh-huh.
see. But it is still there, and you can go see it. And it's a round barn. So if you're ever in southeast Iowa, ask about it, and people will show you where it's at. It's something you will not forget. I mean, it's a very odd thing because you don't see round barns.
And it's in the middle of nowhere. No, there are two round barns that I'm aware of, and I think they're both in Van Buren County.
Right.
If not, one is on the Van Buren Jefferson County border, south of Libertyville, Iowa, a little bit.
Right. Well, as we make our way to the exit, folks, we wanted to show you about the store here, and just unbelievable. The Dutchman store. Right. It's 1985, and now there are new ones here. And I wanted to add this too. If you are handicap accessible, they have scooters there for you to get around in.
I'll have to try one of those out. I wonder if I can pop a wheelie with it.
So, yeah, don't get me started. Well, folks, we're going to wrap this up. But as we leave the Dutchman store, we're going to take a bird's eye view here from the sky and look at the beauty of this. And we want to say thank you so much for coming along with us. Like and subscribe, folks, here on the Backroads Channel with us. Until again, next time, we'll see you on the road again on the Backroads Channel. Mark, thank you very much.
And we want to say a special thank you to the Zimmerman family for allowing us to do this.
All right. Take care, folks, and have a blessed day.